Ahoy hoy, and welcome back to another reaction video. How do I look? Do I look good? Do I sound good? You're always eating or drinking something. Always. Like, I don't understand it. Do you not eat or drink during, like, you time? Like, do you always have to drink during streams and recordings?
Man, you know how much we talk when we're recording and stuff? Especially when we're streaming? I get a little parched, you know what I mean?
Clearly, you just didn't see the joke I made, as I had a drink at the same time.
Oh, I saw it. You're just over there. I saw it.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're
Welcome
just
back,
over
everybody.
there.
Oh, yeah, you got your screen working again. That's right. Not that y'all can see it, but welcome back, everybody, to 15 years long WoW Nerds First Impression Final Fantasy 15. That's a big ass title. Who's it by, V? I don't remember.
It's by... I'm gonna butcher the name. You ready? Lucron, fucking Luke Kane. I don't know your name. If you see this, I tried, and I appreciate you. It was also recommended to us by, and I'm about to butcher this one too, so forgiveness, please. These amazing fucking individuals. That's the recommendation and who made the video.
You butchered it so bad, I almost thought about leaving. That was embarrassing, sir.
Hey, I
apologize on V's behalf.
If you feel like you gotta go,
You gotta go.
then get the fuck out. No, I'm joking.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Ready to jump right into this, big guy?
Let's do it, buddy.
Let's do it.
Hello there. I played
Hi.
WoW for 15 years, and now I'm here. Now, how did that happen? Well,
Yeah.
it's actually quite simple. I had quite a few personal things that I had to deal with, and that kind of kept me away from literally everything.
I love
and
this
while
little
I was
doobie
dealing
character
with
here.
Seth's personal stuff, I had a couple friends who came by and told me, hey, you should play this game. And I was like, okay. I didn't quite fight him a whole lot about it because I learned beforehand that this game had a certain crossover going on, so that was kind of all the incentive I really needed. So yeah. So, now that the introduction is out of the way, how do I feel about this video game so far?
Yes. Tell us. How do you feel?
Yes, let us know. Yes, see. Yes.
It's been a hot minute since I played Final Fantasy or WoW. But V over here. Wait, I think it's been a hot minute since he's played too.
I played it the other day.
Oh, did you? Now?
Yeah, I wasn't able to play for long, and I mostly did a bunch of fishing. But I played the other day.
Life in 2021 when you have to take a few minutes to fish in a video game.
Well, I can't go fishing in real life.
I know that's what, you gotta enjoy the little things, my dude. You gotta enjoy the little things.
Right?
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Beginnings.
So the first thing I encountered when I was going to make a character was an endless void. Because that is what my soul tells me. No, wait, it was just loading in. So, what are my options? You have
That's
person, pointy-eared lanky person, an evil lawn ornament, Elon Musk underground project, big person, anime edgelord or anime waifu, and Playboy model. And yes, these two are gender locked. No, my choice here was obvious. It's not because of being like normal or anything like that. Nah. It's because it's the best way to fight for the glory of mankind. I just gotta pick a birth month, which is worded other things, but if you count them out, there's like 12 months, so do the math. Then I gotta pick which god person to be my guardian. Both this and the previous thing are just pure.
That's so true. That's literally how I did it. I was like, that one.
It happens, but I think I did the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was actually asking you. I'm like, what the hell is this? What? Huh?
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah. I even did
please.
research on it because when I first saw it, no one explained it to me. So I was like, what am I looking at?
I could see that.
Gear RP elements and pretty inconsequential. So you could just throw the dice here if you want and don't really care much about that. Now I gotta pick a job to start with. And my options here are...
Are you not entertained?
Just a guy.
I am
who's here
entertained.
For fun.
And my
He's not gay, he's singing, man.
I need healing.
That's amazing.
I went with Lancer because they poke things to death. I like poking things. Then I had to name the person.
amazing.
I went with Lucia Caritas because Latin is cool, as broken as it may be through Google Translate. So I start off being wagoned away,
Hey, you.
Pretty character.
Finally awake.
Yeah.
and similar to real life, I get ambushed by the realities of this world shortly after being born. Then I'm sent to UI school to be spoon-fed all the basic things in life. Oh, so that's what WASD does. Wowzers, that's a lot different than moving with a mouse. Press S for success. Oh man, I am just gonna dominate this game! And after I got the hang of things, I started my journey through pretty much the same type of quests I get in WoW. But anywho, yeah, that's what your typical starting experience is probably gonna be like. There is a key difference though after you
Not
hit level
wrong.
30 though. You actually start taking part of an actual like Final Fantasy-esque grand journey. And to anyone who's played WoW, you'll realize soon enough that, oh, I actually matter in the lore of this game. Yeah,
Right.
it's weird, I know. You can come back after slaying like an actual Titan in WoW, and you get like Thanos expecting you to still spit shine his shoes by the time you get back.
Let me have a look at you. Pathetic.
I hate that guy. I hate him. But anyways, yeah, you actually are like a focal point in this story. And it mostly goes back to the production team keeping
This is
the
an amazing
philosophy of,
video.
this is a Final Fantasy first and an MMO second. So with
This
that
is
said,
very
I
well done.
really have to emphasize that if you're gonna go through leveling in this game the traditional way, you gotta be willing and wanting to have a Final Fantasy story-driven narrative, because this is absolutely a Final Fantasy story-driven narrative game. And to those of you who think you could just level through dungeons in this game to the top, you better think again, because
Yeah.
literally everything in the
Hey, listen here. Don't you judge and don't you be calling me out like that. That's not fair. Okay? Just because I like a good dungeon braid thingamadoohicker trying to power level doesn't mean anything. You don't have to judge here. You're judging. I don't like your judging. Rude.
This game is locked until you do a specific quest to unlock it, and or you get through specific moments in the main story quest, also known as the MSQ.
Although that is an interesting thing. I do kind of like that about Final Fantasy, that you can't just power through it. Because, I mean, not that I'm a power player to begin with. I mean, I like being able to do it when it's me and V kind of just chilling out so I can whoop his ass. But on regular terms, I'm not really a power player, you know? I don't really, like, power through the game, so I like that feature on that concept. But on other concepts, it sucks.
So yeah, I always tell people when I'm teaching them little things about the game is that it's not like WoW where the level of your character means a great deal towards the progression of the game. In Final Fantasy, the level of your character is important, mind you. You know, it helps you get stronger. You learn things as you level up, but and it definitely takes an impact on the gear you can wear. But when it comes to like dungeons and things you can do and like learning new things, even just as the simple of a side mission to get a mount or whatever, it all matters on the level of your quest, because it's all about the journey in this game. It's not just about the character build.
But see, it makes sense that it's all about the journey because you're intertwined in the story. Like, the characters recognize you, and, you know, that narrative changes. So it makes sense in that concept, where WoW isn't like that, right? You can do the same mission over and over and over and over and over again. As far as I'm aware. Well, dungeons and raids, maybe not missions. See, my lack of knowledge is slapping me in the face. It just, yeah.
So yeah, leveling. So leveling is kind of something every single player ever has to go through, unless
Fair.
you fork up some dough. So I'll say what I think and what a general consensus of other players seem to think. It's slow AF at first. So there's a whole belief that first impressions are everything when it comes to the bargaining table or something like that. And Final Fantasy XIV honestly doesn't really suck with its first impressions, but it definitely felt really similar to WoW. The biggest reason why it
Yes.
feels slow, outside of the fact that it's the basic fetch quest and kill X amount of things, please, is that the abilities you start with are kind of few and far between. I didn't have a whole lot of abilities just with Dragoon or Lancer. Like, this is all I had. This is all I had to work with. It's not much. Oh, did I mention that this game has a 2.5 second global cooldown? Yeah, well, it has that. That's in here. That's in the game. It's got, yeah. But oddly enough, this super mega simple class ends up getting fleshed out super mega hard by the time you're, what, 60, I think? I'm currently stuck with like the level 70 toolkit in the content that I'm doing right now, and I gotta tell you, like, now I gotta be able to nail like a 19 ability combo or rotation for me to get like up to par in DPS with everyone else. So
Dude,
things do
fact.
absolutely get more fleshed out later on in the levels. That actually applies.
See, and that's where the game with games like that and RPGs lose me, because it's like I want to have some enjoyment in the game that I'm playing, not have so much that I'm focusing on trying to get a 19 combo strike there to get a killer DPS, and just ruins the fun. I can't focus on what I'm doing anymore because I'm so focused on hitting the right timing.
Yeah, but based on that, you might be overthinking a little bit though. It's really just based on your rotation. So if you learn your rotation of your character, in my case, I play Bard, so my rotation is literally heavy relied, in my opinion, on the songs that I play.
I've never seen you play songs though. That's what I don't understand.
In battle, if you pay attention to my Bard, if we ever play again together, in battle, if you pay attention to him randomly, you'll see him you'll see him pull out his harp and he'll like bring, and he'll play something real quick, and it usually gives a buffer or something, right?
Oh, all right. I did not know that. That's kind of cool. The more you know.
Is to pretty much the entire game as well, ranging between the story, the game mechanics, the music, the artistic direction. Everything about the game just gets better the longer you play it, and it does feel like you're progressing towards something the whole time. Overall though, like the whole leveling experience is actually like really great once you actually like get yourself immersed in the story and actually progress along with it. In fact, I'd wager that the leveling experience may be one of the best experiences in the whole game, but I haven't really reached endgame yet, so I can't really tell what's going on in-game, but from what I've experienced so far, this leveling experience is quite phenomenal. Of course, like after A Realm Reborn at least. And for you WoW folks, I'm sure you're curious about this other thing. Dungeons. So the dungeons in this game follow a pretty specific format, I noticed. Just about all of them have like 3 bosses and 2 to 4 packs of mobs in between. The bosses are also like super well telegraphed to where I almost don't need a guide to beat them. It's kind of impressive, really. But then later on, the game starts throwing you boss fights that have like no telegraphs to their attacks, and you have to rely on doing things the old WoW style and just watching the ability they're casting. Not the current WoW style, the old WoW style. Current WoW style, you just listen to DBM. But overall, the dungeoning experience is rather simple, and it's neatly wrapped formula that the company seems to use all the freaking time. And honestly, I'm kind of fine with it, because despite there's only 3 bosses roughly per dungeon, sometimes there's fewer, they still bring something new to the table. Like, it really starts kicking up after A Realm Reborn. Like, a lot of things happen after A Realm Reborn.
There's so much going on.
Mechanics and stuff that is like really creative here and there. And because that they do that, it keeps the whole experience really fresh. And because of that, I personally had a really great time just going through the dungeons. But then you get to the trials.
I love it.
Never done one.
Holy
No idea.
cheese balls! These things start getting really spectacular looking the further you get into the story. So these things are like instant.
Didn't you though? I thought we fought a freak together. He's the dragon, and at one point one of his nails going to the ground. You have to destroy it before he charges up, because if you don't, it's a one-hit kill for everybody.
Oh, maybe we did. I think we might have.
Because he was a trial.
I think we might have done that. But I didn't do anything else past that. So I can't really confirm nor deny. Huh.
Fights where you fight one boss, and that's all it is. You just fight one boss. They start off rather simple in design and spectacle, but as you get further and further in, the animators, designers, VFX artists, and whatnot decide, hey, let's get pretty. And good God, my eyes and ears can barely handle what's going on. It's actually ended up leaving me dead a couple of times. Like, dudes, the music changes according to the phase of the fight. It's freaking awesome.
Game's so pretty you die.
Dude, I've done it where I'm like, man, do you see that over? Oh, shit, I was paying attention. My bad.
Oops.
But honestly, the music in general of this game is just so freaking good, man. I mean, Final Fantasy has always had a strong musical history, but that was mostly under Nobuo Uematsu, who wrote a huge majority of the music from Final Fantasy 1 to 9, and assisting with the music in like 10 through 12 and Final Fantasy 14 1.0. But someone else is holding the reins for the majority of this game's music, and that's Masayoshi Soken. This dude is a musical
Marcel,
freaking
yours is okay.
genius. A genius.
I want one of those things.
I can gush
See the thing in
on.
his hand? Like the
Yeah.
little like musical notes, like you like squeeze it, and it makes music. Yeah, I want one. I know what it's called, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I
And
don't
I'll
know.
let you
I
know.
just want to make it open its mouth.
It is. It's like a Pac-Man. You like squeeze it. It's like. And as you
it.
move your hands up and down on the thing, it changes the tune. It's so weird, but it's cool.
On and on about the music side of things, but I think I'll hold off on that for maybe another video if I ever get around to that. But anyways, yeah, I wish I could like say more about like the actual rating scene as well, but as of the moment, I'm still working my way through the main story, so a bunch of
quality
those
of the
things
video
are
drop?
kind of locked to me still. So unfortunately,
No?
I can't really say as to how the end game feels yet, or just other raids in general. And with that said, I would like to
Might
say
just be a
more about the
Discord
game as
transfer.
well, but for now, I
Could
think
be.
I'll hold off for another time. I felt like I just needed to cover like leveling and dungeons for now, because there's a lot in this game. There's a lot of content in this game. There's a reason I
Fair.
spent a month of locked in time and still haven't completed the main story. There's a lot to do in this game. You get your
a lot of
money's
time.
worth, especially now that there's a trial. This recent patch that came out, they adjusted the trial to where you can go all the way up to level frickin' 60 in this game, which is the end of the Heavensward expansion. And for a frame of reference, the current maximum level is level 80. So you're getting like 3/4 of the game for free. So yeah, if that's not incentive to like give it a shot, then I don't know what is. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here and have it act almost as a primer for potential things to come. If you would all like to see more and hear more of my thoughts on the game, just let me know and I'll see if I can't make more videos about the game. But for now, I think I'll just end it here. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful life. Take care, folks.
Well,
Dude, that was a dope. That was fucking well done.
that was awesome all the way around. That was fantastic job. The animations were great. The music was great. The jokes were hilarious. That was whew, that was. Thank you for that video. That was 15 years long. WoW nerds first impression of Final Fantasy 15 by the person who made the video.
Yeah,
That's who it was by.
yeah. Luke Kane. I know it's not Luke Kane. I'm just being a goofball.
It was a well done video, my dude. Excellent job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any closing words, V?
Yeah. Let's see. He said, okay, so the title says that he's 15-year-long WoW nerd, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was his first impression of Final Fantasy 14. And it sounds like he loved it more than WoW. So fucking take that, WoW players. I'm joking. I love all of you. Relax.
You know what, sir? No. There's been too much disrespect from you this evening. Too much. You keep this up, I'm going to force you to buy a WoW subscription and
You're
play
gonna-
for
you're
a
gonna
month.
Force me.
You heard me.
How you gonna do that?
See this finger?
Yep.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to reach it on the side of your mouth like this. And I'm going to rip that little... until you agree to buy a WoW subscription.
All right, guys, that was 15-year-long WoW nerd's first impression of Final Fantasy 14 by Lucan. I'm sorry, dude. You can find the original video without our commentary if you want to watch it, and we advise that you do. Down in the description below, you can find a link as well to the channel of Luke Kane. I'm just gonna call you Luke Kane now because, well, I can. Unless you tell me not to, then I'll respect that. But until then, it's Luke Kane.
Facts.
But yeah, so also thank you to the person who recommended this. It was a
Yes.
fucking awesome
Thank
video. I had a blast watching it.
Feel free to recommend another one.
Yeah, actually, you know what, dude? Right now, before we sign off, hit subscribe if we haven't already, because that was tits.
Punch it, just punch that button, just click it, stick your finger into the button and bing, 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 bing. Too much?
No, I love your enthusiasm, but I want us to subscribe to him. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Oh, me? You want me to go do that? I can do that right now.
Yeah, do it. I want him to see. We doing it here. Now, this is it. You're seeing it here at the Project Returns, you guys. Right there,
Oh,
I
hold
see
on.
it. It's red.
Bam.
There.
My computer was being funny for a second. I'm sorry. It's red. It's subscribed. It's done. Bam. Just like that.
Bam.
Bam.
You heard that? Bam. Well, you guys, pencils for everybody. Make sure you guys subscribe, put some graffiti on it. And when you're done your masterpiece, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Let us know if you enjoyed this reaction. And also let us know in the comments if you've seen this video before and what your first impression about it was. Because our first impression is it was fucking awesome.
Intense, insane. I'm actually thinking about watching it again because it was so funny.
At least on my end, that's a fact. This is Project Returns. My name is V.
My name is Zed.
And our asses
are going to bed.